And today, we're going to be going over a specific training on how to prioritize my sales boomerang alerts, right? So as an LO, how do we actually prioritize these alerts, right? We might be getting a lot of them, whether it's a crazy time of the year or not. The bigger the database, the bigger prospects that you are going to receive, the more referrals that you're going to get right out of your very own database. And sometimes you're wondering, Pablo, I don't know, I get 5 a day, I get 10 a day, I get 3 a day. And even if you're just getting started, and even if you're only getting 1 a day, okay, on top of everything else that you've already got going on, I want to show you today how you can prioritize these alerts. Because when you're not busy, when the rate environment kind of comes back to something that's a little bit more stable and sustainable, and this wave goes away, the ones that are figuring out this part right now in the middle of this wave are the ones that are going to absolutely crush it when this wave goes away. You're going to be so level, right? There's going to be a lot of people that are way up here right now. They're going to drop off when all this business goes away, all this refi craziness that's happening right now. And because you are putting in place tools, strategies, and systems, that have been brought upon because of your access to Sales Boomerang, because you're putting these things into place right now, today, you will be the one that will sustain, and you're coming off that wave will just level out like this. Okay, it won't be a drop off, right? You ever watch those surf shows where they're off the coast of South Africa? I can't remember the crazy 90-foot waves, like what that place is called. But if you've ever seen it, there's the experts that know how to exit that wave, right? Whether they actually ride the wave or they're like, you know what, I missed this one, I'm going to take the next one. They know how to exit gracefully. They know how to exit to save their life, and they know how to exit so that they can re-enter the next one. And so it's the ones that don't plan, that just kind of got in and didn't make an exit play so that I can enter the next one, are the ones that are going to get crushed. So today I'm going to go into how to prioritize Sales Boomerang alerts. My name is Pablo Troncoso. I am the Director of Training and Development for all of the adoption here at Sales Boomerang. You might know me from some of your trainings and that we've done with your company. And hopefully I'll have a guest that jumps on with me today. But even still, we've got some important pieces that we want to get through to you so that you can get back to doing what it is that you do best. So whether you're the one that's handling and monitoring all of your alerts that come into your pipeline as a Sales Boomerang loan officer, or you're working with an LOA, some kind of a CSR team, this is for you and for them. Okay, so remember, the good thing is that this is recorded. So even if you miss it and you're like, oh my goodness, my guy or my gal that works with me, my right-hand man, my right-hand, kind of strategy partner that's in this needs to see this, then just send them back into SBX and have them watch this. Okay, so let's get rolling without further ado. Let me just, boom. All right. So again, my name is Pablo. Let's just jump right into this. I'm going to go right down to, so I use this template for a lot of the different trainings that we do. So let me jump down into here. So the first thing that we need to understand is that when we are receiving an alert, right, there are 2 simple categories that all of us need to understand that we're looking at, right? 2 simple categories of alerts, and that is an event-based alert and a condition or a conditional alert. An event-based alert, and as you might see right here, an event-based alert is when a borrower has done something to let you know that they are ready for a loan, right? So this could be listing their home. If you remember from last week, we talked about this. It could be listing their home, or for example, having their mortgage credit pulled, right? So that would come in the form of a listing alert, or what we call a mortgage inquiry or a market watch alert, right? Somebody's had their credit pulled with a competitor of yours within 24 hours. So that they did something, and then boom, here is an alert saying this person did this. Okay, so that's one kind, the event-based. The second kind is what's called a conditional conditional based alert or condition based alert, which offers you and obviously with the event based, before I talk about the conditional, the event based is a now. You got to reach out now, right? Like they just had their credit pulled yesterday. Call them now, like call them today as soon as you possibly can. Get in touch with them now. They listed their home. Like don't wait 3 days, a month, a week to reach out to them, because by then, trust me, they're gone. They're if they didn't call you to tell you they're listing their home, they're working with somebody else. If they didn't call you to tell you that they're having their credit pulled with somebody else, they're gone. So that's an immediate. Then the second one is conditional. These are where certain conditions have been met that now they are in a position where the system that you have, Sales Boomerang system, can notify you that they're in a position to qualify and that they're ready for a loan, right? So for example, credit improvement alerts or credit alerts, credit watch, it's all the same stuff, right? Their credit has met a condition that your lender has set, right? So that might be a minimum 620 credit score, and then it's been met. And so that means that the borrower doesn't know. You, in most cases, don't know, but now you have a tool that says, guess what? John Smith has a 620 minimum credit score. When they passed, you had turned them down, but because you're monitoring them, they are now ready. Boom. Okay. So this gives you a little bit more time. They're not expecting a call. They're not actually they're not in the market for a mortgage. In fact, if they were, you would have received a mortgage inquiry alert. And so this allows you to become a little bit more creative, right? Creative opportunities. And so, and the other thing is a borrower might not even know. In a condition-based alert, they might not even know that they're ready for a loan, which is when the light, when this light hits you right away, that's when you know that you got to be prepared, you got to be strategic, you got to be intentional with your verbiage. So again, event-based and conditional. So you're going to receive these different kind of alerts. And now the next question is okay, so are these like which one takes priority over the other, right? And so I'm going to do my best. Our development, our product development vice president, his name's Mike Spotten. He may or may not join us in this call. If not, I've spent so much time with him. He's the one that has created this on the back end with our incredible product team. But he's the one that's taught me this, right? So I'm actually working through, and this is based on the actual results that our lenders and our loan officers are getting. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to work with you on what this actual order of priority is, right? So first thing you want to do, the first one that you want to prioritize are these event-based alerts, right? Like I mentioned, the reason you want to prioritize them first is because this is something that they have done. It's an event that has taken place, right? They listed their home. Boom, sign is in their yard for sale, right? Don't wait. Call them. Congratulate them, right? Take a look at your notes on the previous relationship or the previous contact that you've had with them. Congratulate them on what's going on. Remind them that that not only are you competent, but that you've also got tools that would make them working with you be the right choice. So for example, a listing alert, I receive one in the morning, boom, I call it up. Hey, John, thank you so much, again, for having been a past customer of ours. Hey, I just wanted to congratulate you on listing your home. My system, my system and my team lets me know anytime any one of our past customers lists their home. And just going and looking at our previous notes, John, I see here that you were you were really interested in making a move when your children had reached kind of the point when you knew they were going to be heading off to college, right? So about a year to 2 years before they graduated. So looking back, I'm not sure if that's what happened or not, but tell me what's been going on. First of all, they're going to be like, wow, A, thank you. B, you keep notes. C, you actually repeated that back to me, meaning you paid attention. And then D, man, what better timing? You've got an incredible team, an incredible system, right? They might not verbalize that, but they're ready. So that order is important because that's got to happen right now. If you wait, someone else is going to talk to them. If you wait, someone else is going to, that real estate agent that maybe helped them list their home is going to say, use my guy or gal. And they're not thinking of you. So make sure they think of you. You call right away. And even if they got referred to another LO, that doesn't mean it's too late. right? Chances are they don't want to have to go and divulge all this information again. They would love to work with somebody who's already got their information. So order of priority, event-based alerts. So that's your listing alerts, your mortgage inquiry alerts, right? That's it. Pretty much those two: listing alert, mortgage inquiry alerts. And then what you want to do next, guys and gals, what you want to do next is then the conditional alerts that have multiple pieces of information. Okay. Or those that have triggered multiple alerts. So you might recall earlier when I said, hey, if you have somebody that their credit had improved, right? We're back now. Now we're not talking about events. We're talking about conditions. So, for example, we're going to go off of the credit improvement alert, right? So that means that their credit has improved. Well, remember how I said you got a little bit of time? Well, what happens if that person knew that their credit had improved and then went and had their credit pulled by another lender? Well, you're going to get 2 alerts. So these are multiple pieces of information. Their credit's improved and they're now already shopping. So they're kind of ahead of the game, right? Not everyone that has their credit improved knows it and then is shopping for a loan. And in this day and age, especially with what's happening right now during this time of the year, or during this crisis, is that people might be shopping without even knowing that their credit's improved. So it could just be a happenstance that, their credit had improved and now they're also in the market at the same time. But either way, it's like, wow, there are 2 main reasons why I need to get in touch with this person now, as opposed to possibly waiting, strategizing. I'll get to them next week, right? Because if they pulled their credit, again, that was an event that happened. And then there's a condition that lets us know that they're qualifying. And so this, without a doubt, is somebody that you want to absolutely call right now. Okay. You want to absolutely call right now. Why? Well, obviously, listen, when you receive an alert, the system is letting you know. It's like when you get a notification that, people have liked your testimonial and then someone commented that they liked your testimonial about the recent, home mortgage that you did for so-and-so. Well, guess what? If that person liked and commented, well, I wonder why they liked and commented. I wonder if they're in the market, right? If someone just likes it, okay, great. But if someone liked it and commented on that post, you never know. They might be in the market. Like, why are they spending so much time hanging out on my testimonial? So that's an example, right? So priorities would go from, again, an event-based alert, something that is they are in the market right now. Now, next one is a condition, meaning they've met the requirement to do a loan, but now also they're doing other things like pulling their credit. Okay. So, and then as I kind of looks like the same screen here, and then the next order of priority, and this is really the last one, is that you're going to want to then just hit up these conditional alerts. That is just that one alert, right? You didn't receive a credit alert and then also a mortgage inquiry alert on that same person. You just received that one piece of information, right? I keep saying credit alert. The other conditional, there's a couple more conditional alerts, but I'll use another really, really popular one, is equity, right? When someone has equity, they're not, people don't know that, they've met based on the triggers that we have within Sales Boomerang that match up to what the criteria that your lender has set. That condition is met, right? When this person has, say, for example, has 40% equity in their home, that you as a loan officer are going to be triggered an alert. Okay. This person that lives in this home, they don't know they've got 40% equity. They might not even know they've got equity. They might not know that they're even lined up. So my point is that that's another condition where now you can reach out to them. But this one, you've got a little bit more flex and leeway with how soon you reach out to them. This would be kind of the last one of the 3, right? Why? Well, because if they don't know that they've got equity, but you do, right? They're not expecting your phone call to say, hey, I know you got equity and you're in the market, right? However, if you did receive an equity alert and they maybe had an idea and now they're shopping for a mortgage, you'll also receive an equity alert and a mortgage inquiry alert. So again, that would kind of go back into that second category, which was the one we talked about with multiple pieces of information. Does that make sense? So again, it's literally going to go from an event-based alert to now a conditional alert that has multiple touch points, right? Like multiple alerts, right? So for example, a credit improvement alert, and they've also pulled their credit with a competitor, a mortgage inquiry alert. And then lastly is just a conditional based alert by itself, right? That's really the priority of them. And when you start to do this right, I have a couple more points, but when you start to do this right, you can really start to get in a good rhythm, right? It's a good rhythm. Think of it like like the lanes on a highway. Like the lanes on a highway, everyone's getting to a destination. And in order to get to that destination while you're on a highway, everyone has to take an exit, right? The destination on a highway isn't the end of the highway. That's not a destination. That's just kind of a roadblock, I call it, right? So think of it like that. Everyone needs to get on an exit eventually. And so you've got your 3 lanes. And so when you first start, don't you get in the fast lane so that you can get to where you're going to as quickly as possible, right? Well, that is, those are your event-based alerts, is the fast lane. You got to get these right away. Second one is your middle lane, right? I know I'm coming up on my exit, a little further down the road, but it's coming up. So let me get out of fast lane. I don't want to get stuck and miss my exit. So that would be your condition plus, multiple pieces, right? So a conditional and an event-based. And then lastly, and actually, you know what, if I'm thinking about it, now that I think about it, based on speed, I probably have it switched, and I apologize. I probably have that switched. So let me try this again. Your fastest, the ones that you got to get in contact with right now, the ones that you got to get them off the highway and onto their exit to the destination, that's probably your slow lane, right? And that's your event-based alerts, right? Middle is still the same. Middle is is your conditional and other pieces of information, conditional and event. And then lastly, the ones in the fast lane, the ones that you can take your time the most because you got a little bit further until you got to get to your exit, is the just the conditional based alert, right? Like someone who's got an equity. And the reason that is because, again, they're not expecting a call from you. You've got time to put some things together, take a look at their notes, kind of recall what conversations, what goals, what traction they were on, and what they were looking to accomplish. All right. So I hope that's made sense. Just a couple quick notes too. As far as this order of priority, the ones, when I was just saying you've got a little bit more creativity on these conditional alerts, they're going to take a little bit more time. You're gonna have to probably do a little bit more digging on some of these. Okay. They're not all layups, quote unquote layups. These are people that are in your database that you've talked to, whether they were a customer or a prospect. And this is fantastic, but that don't get it twisted that this person is 100% because you got an alert is going to move forward with you, right? It all depends on how good of a follow-up sequence for you've had with them, right? So if you had a really great conversation in the past, a really great, transaction in the past, and maybe you've kept up with them over the year or years, this is perfect because this is going to give you a perfect opportunity to call them. Now, if they were just a prospect and you talked to them a year ago and they never moved forward and nothing else happened, now all of a sudden there's a mortgage inquiry alert that they're shopping with someone else, I'd still reach out to them, but it doesn't mean that they're just automatically going to want to work with you. Okay, there's a dial, a volume dial of how much stronger one lead is over another, right? Each referral from your database, each alert that you receive carries a little bit more weight than another one. And so that's that dial that I don't know what that relationship is like. You're going to be the best judge of what that relationship is. But as far as from hey, I received these alerts. If I've got 20, how do I know which ones to call first? Right. And so really that's what this was about today. So I hope that's I hope that's been helpful to you. I've been in Zoom here, and so I have not had. If you had a chance to drop in and drop a comment or drop a like into this post, or feel free to ask a question. I'm going to be checking those out as soon as we jump off. And but really, the point of these trainings, right? The point of these trainings is for us to take a 15 to 30 minute time to just train you on awesome things that'll help you improve your your conversions, help you improve your sales, help you improve your prospecting, your leadership, and your mentorship in all it is that you've got. So use me as a resource. Sales Boomerang is here for your success, you as an LO and your lender certainly. And so please leave any comments, any posts, or any information in SBX. We're here for you. Please don't be shy. Introduce yourself, and we'll see you guys real soon. Thank you so much. Take care now. Be well.